Okay, we're here in the Leiten Building 2018. We are here in the stand of Arcus EDS, and we are going to have a look at their products. Maybe you can explain us a couple of things about the company.
Yeah, the company Arcus is established 2004, and we are producer and manufacturer of all the difficile and not so easy stuff like temperature measurement, gateway functionality, some displays, and also IP interfaces. Maybe we can start over here, and then I can show you all the new stuff and all the devices of ours.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, now we are here in an interesting panel. Maybe you can explain us a little bit more what we can find here?
Yes, this is our physical and chemical measurement section. Here we have, for example, simple 8-channel temperature and controller section where you can connect PT1000s. Also, with a small modification, also PT100s are possible. pH and redox potential for pool installation. Global radiation for watering and landscape areas, or pressure measurement with an analog module where you can connect up to 2 devices and bring them to the KNX, or soil moisture with an additional temperature humidity where you can measure the soil moisture and water the garden and so on. Also for outside installation, also a small panel to be able to bring the stuff on a screen. And yeah, fill level with a device where we work together with Projet, where we have an ultrasonic measurement, and then we bring the information to the KNX as well. Yeah.
So a lot of interesting sensors and different devices, which makes Arcus, I think, one of the leaders to have sensors in KNX.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Great. Okay, now we're in an interesting stand here. Can you explain us a little bit more about this stand?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Here we have our smart metering section, also with some different gateways as well. We have, for example, here a heat meter or calorimeter where we work together with the company NZR and bring all the informations from 1.5 years back every month to the KNX as well. The heat consumption, flow and return temperature. Also, for other installations, we have water clocks, which has a read contact, and we have the possibility to bring them by IP65 housing or in DIN-Rail mount version as a read contact, battery buffered. So if the bus is not connected, you are able to count further 6 years easily by this battery. And if the KNX is again connected, the battery is without any functions, and yeah. That's important, yes, of course. And here we have another device. It's M-Bus gateway. We have the same functionalities like the read contact devices, but here the intelligence is in the meter itself, and we just have to connect the pointer addresses directly of the device and bring them to the KNX in different housing, like here, or IP65 as single one, or DIN-Rail version as well.
Great. So all types of counters integrated into KNX. Yes. Great. That's okay. So now we are in an interesting panel here. We also have a screen at the back we will have a look at. So maybe you can explain us a little bit more about this one here.
This is, for example, this was our first units. In the beginning of Arcus, we start with temperature humidity measurement, and after a while, it was. Get older and older, and we change the devices, and now we integrate also more stuff like CO2 or VOC, every kind of organic fluid concentrations can be measured with binary contacts in different housing. For greenhouses, we have temperature probes. For spa installations, temperature humidity panels or different housing. And we have over here, for example, our IP interface, which allows us to bring the KNX to the next level with our IP gateway. We have the possibility to log every information on the SD card, 32 gigabytes, allows us to log more than 10 years information and we can also display them over here. You see it on the screen, maybe. And over here you see, for example, the possibilities what we have. We have data logging, which is shown in this chart for temperature, CO2, or for EOC. These devices are on the panel back behind me, or the LED concentration, when LED level. When I change it over here, for example, automatically it changed over there as well.
Yes, great. So this is a visualization which we saw in the IP gateway.
And you have also the way, for example, to make iframes, to bring IP cam or weather pages from the website easily to your view, to have an overview. Oh, should I take a jacket or can I go in shirt to my office or whatever?
And how is this configured?
I can show it to you. No. Just a second. Over here, it's very simple. For example, I go to the weather. I press here and go to the symbol over here. And then I can say, okay, here, KNX device. And I just enter the web address, select it's an iframe, and say, okay, that's it.
And then it appears automatically in there. And the same with the graphs?
Yes, the graphs, it's also, I just link them with the group address. It's automatically count or take the information from the SD card and brings the last 24 hours to the chip.
Okay, so the format of this, it's always the same
it's HTML5. So the format is also like the same on your iPhone or an Android phone or tablet or on the web browser here, like on the PC. So it's always the same. You can also add and change by your mobile phone, and yeah, it's up to you. You can design it by yourself.
And do you have an editor to design how it looks like, or is it just
built in?
Built in, so you configure the functions?
The function in the device itself, yes.
Okay, so you configure, for instance, a graph, and then it will appear in that position.
Yes, I can show it to you, for example, the easy way. Here I go to the temperature section, press here, and go further, select temperature, and say it's data type sonstige, it will also be in English, and say diagram. And tell him the group address, the format, color, name, and that's it. I can put up to 3 graphs and 3 measurements in one graph.
Okay, so you can compare different values in the same graph.
Everything you see, like here, is an HTML codec. So, and then it's inside, and yeah, it is a really fast way to demonstrate something.
Oh, that's very important, so that the integrator costs also go down.
Over here, for example, if you take temperature and I change the position, whoop, it's easily when you say, oh, that I need it on the top, you can go there and say, whoop, it's there.
Okay, great. So that's what I was asking before, if there's a way to edit the...
Easily. And if you press here again, it's no longer editable, and you see only the boxes in the position, and you can change the colors or whatever.
Ah, that's very nice. Very nice. And what is also very important is that it's a very good price.
The price will not change. It's still the same price, and it is just a feedback what we add for free, because we see a lot of potential. We have the HTML inside, but it was in the beginning only possible by coding yourself, and not everybody was able to program HTML5, and that's why we decided to invest a bit, maybe to have more win on the user-friendly part, so that they say, hey, it is a great unit, we can use it for several issues and put it in the bus. And you have data logging, you have visualization, you have routing, tunneling, 16 tunnels you have, so you can do everything what you want.
Very interesting device, extremely interesting device, especially the price quality ratio functions we can do for that price. I think it's one of the best in the market.
And you have, if you buy, for example, for 2 years we bring it to the market. And if you have an old device, you just write me an email, you get an update, and you can have all the functionalities with your old stuff as well.
Wow, that's also important. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, now we're also in an interesting panel. What can you explain us here?
Yeah, we have, for example, here our valve control, where you have floor heating systems, and we have an actuator which are able to handle up to 4 different strings, and each string can handle up to two valves. So you are directly by KNX, by temperature and set point, you can easily control the valves automatically. You have the temperature set point and the actual temperature, and so you can, by PI or 2-point controlling, control up the 24-volt actuators easily.
So are we speaking about this device now? And these outputs are electronic outputs. So it's an electronic actuator. Okay. And how many outputs do you say? 4.
Four independent outputs, and each output can handle up to 2 valves.
Up to 2.
Yes.
2 valves.
Yes.
Okay. Very interesting. So you have, but it's you don't have a PI regulator in it. It's a
PI or 2-point.
in this. So you only need to send the set point temperature and the actual temperature to the device, and he will do the PI regulation itself. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and also here for GPS, for example, if you why GPS on a house, it is interesting for sun sector issues, for illumination outside or the shutter controls and so on. You can easily do it by itself, or week timer or astro clock functions can be easily done. Every time you don't have to say at 5 I close the windows and so on. It would make it automatically according the astro clock functions. So it's everything built in. Yeah, and this is just a playground from us to show directly also old stuff in a modern way. So it's nothing to care about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are not KNX products?
No, yeah, this is KNX, but these are just simple play stuff for us.
Okay, great. Very interesting, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so here is the last panel. Can you explain us a little bit more about this panel?
Yes, of course. These are our touch screens. It is almost the same device, just in different housing. And if you see, we have different layouts. So for hotel installations or for your customization, it's no limits are set. So it's up to you. And you have on one page 8 widgets, which can be easily make the position by yourself. And also graphs are possible, and LED controlling. Everything is in this way possible for you.
So this is the touch it as we know it?
Yes.
Okay, and this is also the touch it, but in a new hardware form, new housing.
This was the standard way, and then we decide, okay, we can make it in the middle or larger, and so we get several different housings. And also a little bit thicker. There is a built-in infrared temperature sensor, because almost the touch screens, if they have a built-in temperature sensor, they have lots of problems. If the screen is off, the measurement is okay, but if the screen is on, you have temperature offsets up to 5 degrees, and it's not possible to make there any regulation. And we decide to make an infrared temperature sensor, which is built in the housing and measures the floor. So a square meter floor, and so it's make a middle, and so it doesn't matter is the screen on or off, the temperature value will be almost the same.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah. And the configuration of the device?
And over there we have also a new way of the configuration, but this is in beta version. There will be a Touch It Creator, where you can easily design by your own icons, your own stuff, your page, and you just upload it by USB and just copy 2 strings in the ETS, and everything is done. And then you just link your group addresses like in the old way, and that's it.
Okay, great. That's also very important, I think. Okay, Thank you.
You're welcome.